Hello, welcome to this quick video that's going to explain to you how you can request support from one of our learning network schools this year. Two key questions then: how do I access support? What support is on offer? So what I've done here on this first slide is to summarise the support that's available across the region. I've done it by phase here, so you can see I've split it into foundation phase, key stage 2, 3, 4 and post 16. So in terms of foundation phase, we have a few foundation phase settings who are providing support this year across a range of foundation phase practice. Key stage 2, we also have support across a range of areas. Teaching, leadership, governance and wellbeing will be supported from our school-to-school support schools and from our wellbeing schools. Of course, that will be supporting foundation phase areas too. And also subject focus support around some key areas here. So Welsh, for example, English, science, STEM, maths, digital competence and hub. Key stage 3, 4 and post 16. Again, there's some support around general teaching, learning, leadership, and all governance support from our school-to-school support schools, but also support around the wellbeing agenda from our wellbeing schools. At Key stage 3 and GCSE. There's subject focus support around English, Welsh, maths and science, and also MFL, STEM, digital competence, and then a range of non-core GCSE subjects which are listed. And at post 16 we're also offering the A-level improvement this year, where we have a few schools there who have got specific expertise in and particular success in particular aspects of A-level study, who will be able to provide some support and guidance in those areas. If for any reason you can't find what you're looking for in terms of support, it might well be that we can find that support for you from the schools that are listed. And if you can't, please email me at EAS, james.kent@sewellseas.org.uk, and I'll see if we can provide that support. So the next step really then is how do you go about making your request for support? How do you do this self-referral, this self-selection? So there are two links, one for the primary schools here, one for secondary schools here. You simply click on the links and then make your selections for the areas in which you require support. Once you've done that, those requests for support will come to us. Once you've submitted your form, we check those regularly. Those will then go to our advisory teams and our CAs, and we will, from the schools that are listed on the EAS website, the Learning Network schools, we will select what we consider to be the most appropriate support, and then work in partnership with you at the initial planning meeting, which will be attended by you, the participant school, the Learning Network school, and your CA as appropriate, to focus in on those areas and to get that work up and running in school. So what I'm going to do now is very quickly take you to those links, those selection forms. So for primary, for example, here's the form. You simply go into the form, fill in the name of your school, your head, the local authority, and then what you then need to do is to select, for example here, what subjects you require support in. In terms of if it's the wellbeing area you want support in, you select that. If it isn't that particular section, then simply in each case select the not applicable option for those. Or if it's one of these remaining options here around governance, digital competence, hub, STEM, select those. If that's not it, obviously click not applicable for this section. You are allowed to choose more than one in each section if there are a few areas in which you feel you require support in terms of what's coming out of your self-evaluation. Once you've made your selection, click on submit, as I said, and that information will come across to us. For secondary schools, same process, same key information at the top. In terms of then selecting the subjects, because of the way that support works around the core, that will be available in all schools as part of the model the advisors have designed. But in terms of non-core subjects, if there's areas you'd like to request support in, you can see the list of subjects that are there. If it's the well-being area you'd like supporting, again, select the areas from the well-being options here. And then if it's not applicable, then obviously select the not applicable option. Again, when you've completed your selections, click on submit, and then we will receive that information. That will then, as I've said, set this process in train, by which we'll then work to broker that most effective support for you and set up that planning meeting. So that was a quick whistle-stop tour through how you make self-selection for Learning Network School support for this year. Hope you found that useful. Thank you.